it really helped the town that just accessing the Ziggs and Nico posing a threat and neutralizing the threat of pokes. Looks like we are going to the ban phase as Yone is the first one getting knocked out.
Hmm.
As we have established before, Yone is a comfort pick for the mid laner of Rodent.
Looks like Lux
Lux
ban.
ban.
There is a
Mm-hmm.
Lux one trick on the Gangbangers team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So first round of exchanging bans is they're mostly comfort bans, and that's a sign of respect to the other team's members. Then we switch over to Gankbanger. What is their second ban? 15 seconds left on the clock. They are settling for looks like a hover on the Kali. Will it be finalized?
It
It will be
is.
finalized.
Kali,
So two
bit of a
mid lane
strange ban in
ban.
my opinion here. Um, Both teams seem to be opting for a fairly standard team fight. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Kali doesn't really fit into most team fight comps. Um, Better
Yeah, but
off
if given
in,
the chance, she's scary.
of course.
I do want to highlight though, when gangbangers are banning two mid laners, that is easing their mid's pressure, and as we have discussed before, gangbangers mid laner is relatively the lowest elo player of the tournament. So that may help ease the pressure a bit, and as we see Jinx getting banned, this is a ban on the recent Heat. Gangbangers Jinx went full blasting last game versus Guns N' Rosie, and first round of pick we have the Hen locked in. What would Rodent's response to that be? There are a few options. Renekton is actually a viable answer,
Renekton
but
able
maybe
to kind
something
of go in
else.
and out of the fights, lets Zahen drop their passive, but that only counts
Yep.
for laning phase. When team fights happen, Zahen, pretty easy for Zion to get their passive going.
Yeah, but Renekton also has a lockdown with the point and click CC. With follow ups, they could shut down the Hen.
Mhm.
Again, really depends on the team comp. If the Hen has a zillion on him, that would be nightmare fuel.
And Zillion
You
ult
know, which
plus
is
Guardian Angel plus Zahen
yeah,
passive.
which is a really good interaction. But you do want to press Zillion ult after Zahin passive though, because Zillion ult will make Zahin drop his passive stacks, whereas his passive revive refreshes it. Seraphine will be the second pick for Rodents.
Miss
Looks
Fortune
like
Seraphine, a pretty strong Wamba combo coming out from the Rodents team already.
Mhm. And also taking away the Seraphine from the support of Yankbangers. That is another angle at why they're doing this. Running other champions, and Braum will be the answer from Gangbangers. I mean, it is a solid answer to Misfortune, and Echo, the comfort pick, will come out one more time. Alright, then waiting for the third pick of Rodents. They can opt in for a top lane pick here. The hand's not really going anywhere else. Picking jungle would be a little bit challenging and detrimental. But if you stick in top, then there's no chance. There's no reason to not pick your top laner right now. And Cameron will be locked in. Very good answer to Zahin. Shutting
hmm
him down oftentimes at 10 or 11 stack right before he gets a revive. But also just overall in lane, he can win a sustained game.
Yeah.
The silence also helps timing out his Q2. Give Garen a little bit more room to space.
I'm actually curious to see if it's going to be the Phase Rush variant or the Conquer variant. Both versions of the game, although Phase Rush has been nerfed multiple times, Phase Rush is still very valid in this.
Yeah. I
In
believe the recent nerfs were towards range, no?
um
Like
to Garen's
melee's
range.
not as like I guess melee face rush wasn't as as impacted.
It did impact melee Phase Rush,
Okay,
but still good
gotcha.
because Garen just needs the mobility.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just enough speed for him. It looks like we're looking at jungler bans. Now we contest the jungler champions junglers pools. Diana will be the first to go, and then followed by Jarvan. And one more ban from the red team from Rodents. Wukong. So two jungler bans. Just giving the respect to Gangbangers jungler. And going back to a Mundo will be banned. That's aiming at banning a Mundo jungle, I believe. Because since Garen's already locked in, and I don't think Rodents is going with Garen jungle. Unless it's a Garen mid into Echo.
Garen mid
That
is valid into Echo.
that would be funny. That would be really funny. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Alright, and so a Mumu jungle will be locked in, so that will keep Garen in the lane. Yep, that move's locked in. Silas. There are some good ultimates on the other side. Seraphine, Garen, a Mumu. Is the Silas pick coming out?
I do still think I don't particularly like Silas into Garen as although it's a powerful ultimate to steal, Garen does still murder Silas in the side lane.
Yep.
And we've got Ashe
So,
as the last pick on the Gankbanger side.
Ash from very classic Freeord combo, the slow and the CC, the lockdown, and the zone controls. Is that a Silas jungle?
I believe so. Been seeing a lot of Silas jungle. Hilariously, the largest CC on both team is going to be a Mumu ult.
Yeah, and we're looking at a Teemo. Is that a Teemo for real?
It is a Teemo locked in.
It's a Teemo. Is that a Teemo mid or Teemo top? Wait, it might be Garen mid and Teemo top. Both counter matchups. So now the pressure comes to Gankbangers. Do they swap their top and mid lane or not?
It looks like they're going to have to try and scout each other out to figure out who is going into which side.
Mm-hmm.
Although normally, the mid and top laners usually do have to reveal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing against them swapping lanes once the game has started if they're trying to opt in or out of certain matchups.
Yeah. They
But
will confirm in the lobby who's getting the position though, because that is supposed to be public knowledge. So we'll see how Rodents gets the arrangement going. Teemo, that is a unexpected pick, but let's see how effective it is. There is an Ashe. There is a Silas. There's a mostly importantly there's a Zahin.
mhm.
On the other side, the silence from Garen can be devastating for the likes of Zahin or Echo, really. A silence into a Demacian Justice, denying the Chrono Break.
Yeah, so the Garen versus Echo matchup, it is pretty poor for Echo. Echo wanting to do the 3-hit passive, E in, quickly blink out. If Garen buffers the silence, Echo is kind of just stuck eating it.
Wait, how does Garen buffer the silence? There's no silence on Echo. Wait a minute.
Garen buffers his silence on the Echo E. Anyways, looks like we're ready to start the game.
Mm-hmm. And we will see who is the top. I still strongly believe it is a Teemo top.
It is Teemo. Zahan does do quite poorly into Teemo. Needs to be able to auto attack
It's
in order
incredibly
to.
bad. Can you switch the stream window then?
Yes.
Don't forget that. If
Yep.
Okay. Well, another pressure comes to Silas. Once he's his level 3, he needs to start ganking and get some action going, or the both top lane and mid lane will just be a slow, not too agonizing, but a slow burn into death, certainly. And if the Garen plays his card right, Echo is going to have a hard time choosing between doing some damage or just keep the wave state in check. Because again, he's 3-hit passive, very telegraphed, so there's sufficient time for Garen to react to it and pop the courage active to reduce the damage. And also get a shield.
Echo does also have to be careful. Normally, Echoes like to jump in, get their burst out, then R out to safety. Garen can easily shut that down with a quick QR.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Spectator delay jumping in. What are your thoughts on these drafts so far?
I think the pressure is on Silas this game, on Silas and Ash. They, because if they don't intervene with their top and mid lane, it will be a natural, like I said, a slow and kind of painful death. Timo will just naturally outfarm the Hin. The Hin will be zoned out even. With the amount of speed Timo has on his in his kit, the Hin's W is not gonna land unless Timo fumbles the pathing or gets predicted.
Mm-hmm.
And Silas has one kind of unreliable CC, which is not helping in their case, but he still has to gank. He has to gank. If he's farming evenly with a Moo, he's already losing.
Yeah, the red team, the red side team, a lot easier to pilot. Just a very easy Wombo combo with a move Seraphine Misfortune. Garen and
Yeah,
Timo are mostly just there to deal with their lane opponents. Garen for
yeah,
Echo and Timo for Zahen. Um,
yeah. And Timo's blind will shut down a lot of champions on the other team. Braum cannot apply his passive. Silas is, empowered passive auto attack will miss. Echo will miss those 3 hits. And obviously, Ashton gets shut down the hardest. It's a systemic shutdown, one could say, on a fundamental level.
I am also a little biased toward the Garen pick, being a Garen main myself. But Garen does have favorable matchups in Garen. Not really much of a team fighter. He can team fight. His role in the team fight is more to just shut down whoever tries to go in their squishy with a quick QR.
Yeah.
Um, he's a much better split pusher, and no one on the blue side can really deal with the split pushing. Garen, Zahen,
I think once the hand hits a few items, he will be fine to Garen. Like
um,
there will be reaching a point of time where the hand stacked enough defensive stats or sustain where Garen can't just kill him in one rotation, and the hand can just stack his passive really well. Also, if the hand's getting a strike breaker, then he can try to stick onto Garen.
well, we'll see how this ends up going. Looks
Yeah.
like we're getting into loading screen now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that will be a Conqueror Garen. So yeah, the hand will be having no issue sticking to him later once he gets enough haste. That is also for Conqueror on the top half of the team. Press the attack on Timo with Ignite. Charios is playing fully into the lane pressure. Silence with this Conqueror, very default. Echo with the signature Hail of Blades. So I do want to highlight on Rodents team, they have 0 teleport. So macro wise, Gankbanger has the upper hand with 2 instead of just 1. So we're
Looks like
doing
they
a
are gonna
mid
be spotted
lane
out real quick
dance
for the invade.
off. Yep. Garen spotted everyone. They know where they're going. Timo's not moving an inch, not stepping foot in there. He is invisible, but I don't think he saw the blue team. That was outside the vision radius.
It is outside the Teemo's
Yeah,
vision here.
yeah.
Blue team
I
doing
still
the
would.
little Grand Prix
Blue
here.
team will do a circle back. A Mumu Woe might be a little risky here.
Oh, Amumu
Oh,
got
gets
grabbed
pulled in,
here.
and he's dead. The hit started W. That's unexpected. That thing has an 800 range, for your information.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. So
Amumu's...
the only problem is that it's got a slow missile speed. It's got a long channeling time, so it takes about roughly a second to reach the maximum.
Amumu positioned not in the best place. Just if he's hugging the wall like that, he won't be able to see them coming. I would have preferred if he was directly in the middle of the intersection so he can see the
Yeah.
incoming doom.
Mm-hmm. At least he didn't panic flash. So there's that. Echo's just trying to get some shoving going. Garen starts with the E. Echo was unable to proc the 3 hit, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah. We see
Can you
lane
see the
wards coming out
items?
immediately in bot side,
Yeah.
watching that brush control.
Gary, can you remember to open the items for future games?
Ah, yes. I can do that.
Yeah, it's very important. And Ash on the first kill's advantage was able to buy an extra boost of speed. This was some extra spacing power, and Teemo chases down the Hen, who can't really answer to that. After the moment, mid
I'm
lane wave is.
personally not a big fan of the boots purchase early on. Um, it's there to help dodge the Seraphine abilities, since Misfortune doesn't really have abilities that can miss. Um, would prefer something that gives her more immediate combat potential, like Dagger or Longsword if she can get that.
I'm talking about the spacing. Like, if Ash has approach velocity and she already outranges Misfortune by 75 units, she can pull off the spacing, the no damage taken spacing, if timed right.
Oh,
Okay, as
Echo
Echo
not
does a little
realizing he
follow
can't
here,
go in like
Gamble
that.
comes the kill. That was a foolish engage on Echo. Underestimated his damage, and I mean, overestimated his own damage while underestimating the Garen damage.
Oh, but Silas coming to bot side here, looking for the
More
Misfortune
ganks.
Seraphine. Both
Yep,
very
the
juicy
tech does
targets.
hit. Yep, the chain does hit the Seraphine, but that is the disengage. As
Both
Misfortune
flashes
still has
used.
the barrier up. The hint does a little slash. That's Teemo chases him down, draws some minion aggro's, and then resets it.
Looks like Silas is kind of still nearby. Red side, red team bot side, they do need to get this wave crash, but looks like Braum is looking to freeze it to make sure that Silas can get the regank off.
And that is a dead Seraphine.
Misfortune
Silas is
survives,
doing
but the
work
wave state is abyssal.
for Misfortune, yeah. Way too much red side minions.
And no ability to approach without any help from the jungler or mid laner. Flash from Silas
That
to
is
catch the
attack.
Misfortune.
That's a dead Misfortune.
Kill heading over to Silas. 3 kills on the blue team. Pizza Warfare.
Echoes tries to have a round 2 with Garen, losing most of his health in the process.
But he does have backup coming in through the mid lane.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Can have
look,
to respect that.
Zahen looks like the
Is that
poison
gonna
ignite
kill?
will do the trick.
Just enough.
Yeah.
That is a pain of picking the into Teemo. If you use your E4 to engage and you don't get a good trade out of it, you will be run down like that.
Amumu
It is
taking
all
this opportunity to counter jungle the Silas. Silas gonna be real sad to find out none of his camps are left there.
Looks like he will miss him just by a bit. Yeah, just by a little bit. And ooh, some damage on the Ash, but
Yeah,
not
looks
too
like the
much
wave state
trouble.
is fixed again for Misfortune. Wave pushing into her Ash, needing to recall. So now the wave state is terrible for Ash. She's gonna be falling
Yeah.
behind on CS quite a bit there.
Yeah, but she does come back with a BF sword in her pocket. That could be fun. And then looks like, and then Garen has a hit level 6, so now Echo has to play even more careful as Garen's Ignite is coming up. And there's a lot of time to silence will be devastating.
Garen mid lane, very devastating into most melee matchups. Even
Minus
if
a
he
few.
can't trade properly, he can shove the wave with E and force the other laner to stay far away. Looks like Echo trying to get a little bit of a poke in.
Yep. Most of the damage are blocked by the shield of both champion. Silas so far has been doing I would say an okay job, and there's a little fight going on with the jungle.
But Garen does have
In the
move.
Dragon Pit.
Flash
Demos
ult.
Injustice smites down the Silas. That first strike will probably go to Rodents.
Yeah, blue team being forced out of the Dragon Pit here. Echo still trying to catch up on the wave here. Just now causing it to crash.
And still down 11 CS. Garen will just scoop up the wave and the tower. Oh, the Hen gets a pull on the Teemo, but the Q1 gets blinded. And wait, is that a solo kill? That is a solo kill. Cherry Rose overstepped the boundaries. Gets the Hen checked. Do not engage Zahin in melee even if you think you had an edge.
Yeah, I
Still
would
always
have liked
keep
to
him at
see
the edge.
Teemo kite the Zahen a little bit more.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
he
need
got
to
hit by the
re-engage
pole
at
by
any
Dreaded
point.
Return. Yeah. Oh, looks like we have a pause. Top
Looks
is
like
having
a bit
some
of a
Discord issues.
microphone Discord issue, possibly
Yeah,
similar to
Timo's.
the unpause
Okay,
happening.
that was fixed. Yes. Okay, Ash is really eager, walking up. Still level 5 though. There's no lockdown really.
All right, we are on a streamer delay, so I suspect the pause was not the full pause that we expected to see.
Oh,
Yeah, not entirely sure what's happening here. Oh, there we go. And I will turn off the chat again. And onwards with your scheduled programming.
okay. So they're trying to force a trade on Seraphine. Brom losing a lot of health in the process. I'm not sure if that's worth it. 3 autos on Seraphine versus.
Oh, Amumu got
On the
binding
other
on
hand,
Silas. Silas not level 6 yet, can't steal, but does jump
uses the
over the
bullet,
wall
gets
to
out.
his
That's
debuff.
good. Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits the Misfortune. As the stun will come in, she can't repress ultimate, and that is a dead Misfortune.
The BF sword
Wait,
really coming in handy
is
here.
there more? BF Sword on the Ash, and Brum walks out of the turret attacker just in time as they quickly retreat since they do not know where a Moo is. Okay, maybe now they know. Timo's
Amumu,
continue the oppression. Top lane gets another plate, offsetting the gold difference, and gets pulled back by Dreaded Return from him, but that's not enough damage. Timo will continue being a menace in top lane.
that being said, CS difference in top side not too terrible considering the matchup.
Yep.
Um,
So Muma's getting caught here, has to flash as Silas also steals the ultimate. Let's see if he can make a play out of that. It is one of the highly valuable ultimates for Silas.
yeah, unfortunately, not a lot of team fights coming up. Next possible objective being Dragon in 3 minutes. Do we know how long?
That will. Mhm. That means the Silas will have the ultimate expire by then. Okay, Echo does a little trade this time, much better. Use the speed to retreat. Looks like Timo's getting pulled back by Zahin again. Zahin's waiting for the blind, knocks up into the ultimate. But Timo should get the kill in the back with Ignite, reducing the healing and the damage over time. Well, Zahin tried. If he had a magic resist item, things might have played out differently.
It looks like Timo managed to get the blind at the right moment. Mid lane, Echo able to trade back, but now out of mana. Another problem with the Garen matchup being Garen can stay there forever.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look like Silas is looking for another gank either on the bot side or the Garen in mid. And then opts out of it as he retreats back over the Dragon Pit. Too rich for his blood.
And if I got it correct, Gary should have pretty close to, well, maybe not yet. First strike breaker, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Looks like both Zahin and Garen are going for that strike breaker sticking power build because they don't need the extra damage they need to stick to people. Especially in Zahin's case. Garen still has a little speed up. Zahin, a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Silas
Echoes as you.
finished the Hex Tech Rocket Belt.
Big purchase. That is a big purchase on him. Alright, Poe gets hissed on the Timo.
Echo top
Echo
side.
come in. Timo flashes it. That is not. But Side is also here. Hunting down the rat.
Yep. Echo quite low, trying to run back. Garen's gonna have some fun plates under his belt here. And if Echo does show up, he's just an R away from death.
Yeah, he would be. Timo has Nash's to finish, while the Hin still sitting on the components. Amumu's going the same Leandri build as last game, which you do have a Timo top, but you do not have the swing mid this time. So the value will be a little less than last game, but it's still a positive game. The Hin ambushes Timo here. Very good choice to trade, but not enough speed to hit the Q2 knockup on the Timo. So that trade overall resulted in not in his favor. And another mushroom hits looks like. Gotta be careful these days.
The damage on Teemo does stick as he has no built-in regen to his kit, but Zahen, it's gonna be quite hard for him to 100 to
Yep,
0.
no, Versana steals the dragon. Seraphine ult his two people, and Garen has to flash out. Misfortune ults on 4, but gets locked down by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow and chased down by the rest of the team of gangbangers. That was a very uncoordinated fight from Rodents, but in comparison to, they're a little bit pale versus the amount of coordination that gangbangers provided.
Yeah, unfortunately, two down on the red team. Seraphine no flash now. Garen going back to working on that mid turret.
Mm-hmm.
Misfortune picking up the Axiom Arc first item, whereas Ash is coming out with the Yuntel wind arrows.
Wild arrows, I believe.
Wild arrows, my bad.
Yeah, wild arrows.
First items coming in across the board. Strike break on both
Mhm.
Zahen and Garen, although Garen does have his tier 2 boots. Teemo has his Nash's Tooth.
Mm-hmm. Surfing with the Moonstone Renewer finished. A big power spike for her as a support with Braum on Locket. So we're here for just to chase down Timo again, takes down the Timo. See, this is the solution I was talking about when we were evaluating drafts. Silas has to step up, which he did. The curve is slowly chasing back the gold deficit between Zahin and Timo. If you want to check the gold right now, that would be nice. You can take a look what the current gold difference is. So actually only 600. Not too big of a difference. And then Amumu does a gank into the Zahin. I don't think he has enough damage to kill him. Zahin might be able to stack the... Yeah, gets the stack. Amumu's gonna... Yep, and he gets a revive. So, resets the aggro.
Yeah, but Garen's coming in right now.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get the Zahin, yep.
Zahen gets the first turret. I would like to see Garen get the mid turret before heading for that top roam, but looks like the
necessary.
boots will head on over to the blue team.
Yep, Feast of Streams and objectives. Well, why work on mid turret if Garen can work on bot turret? And we have a gank coming from the Silas. Misfortune Ultimate locks down on the Seraphine. The Diva Sun gets fully absorbed by the Freyord Ice.
Another bot dive. Misfortune falling further behind. 0-4. Really going to hurt their teamfight ability as all the main team fighters, Amumu, Misfortune, Seraphine, nothing on their kill card, unfortunately.
And it is, and Garen is 3-0, but it is going to be difficult to translate his lead into a win, given the nature of this champion. Doesn't have much big AoE teamfight capacity, it's mostly just getting a target locked down.
Zahen walked into a shroom, has to back off. Echo trying to support him. Garen just doing a little love tap before
good zoning.
Getting out. And Echo does.
What is the current? What is the current Misfortune win rate? Actually, 1 out of 3 wins, so 33%. Not as powerful as we think. Given, using NA's solo queue data, she is a strong AD carry right now.
I think she's a comfort pick for a lot of people too, being one. Usually, I believe the first AD carries people usually tend to pick up is Ashe and Misfortune.
Yeah, I'm a little bit cooked on that. I have low APM. My first AD carry was Jhin. Never have to worry about having too much attack speed.
We are seeing quite a CS lead on the red side, and not the biggest gold lead. roughly 1.5k.
Mhm.
Close to 2k, I suppose. 1.8k specifically.
Yeah.
And just from the 4 DCS lead in mid and the 3 DCS lead out of top. But
Yeah,
Dragon's
imagine.
up in 5 seconds. It looks like there's going to be a big fight here.
Yeah, Amumu gets tagged by the slow. Silas keep on the chase. Amumu has to press R to get disengaged. That means no Amumu ultimate for the dragon,
Um,
which will make a huge difference considering he's the one out of the two big CC on Rodent side, and
Now,
it has
technically,
already
there
been
is an
used.
Amumu ult for the Dragon. It's just not on the red side team. Amumu ult being ready for the blue side in case anything was to happen to Dragon Pit.
Yeah, which I don't think anything's gonna happen. Rodents will not play the spectator even. They will focus on farm and split pushing. As we see Garen with a second Phantom Dancer already purchased. That is some good chunk on the Seraphine and on the Zahin. And over here, you have Timo being stuck in the bush. People knows he's in
But
there. Silas
the
misses a
happy feet on
chain.
Teemo, they don't actually know that Teemo's in there. All the CC that would abilities that
I think
would
they
have
do. They
indicated
just.
it.
I think they do. They do. It's just. It's not worth the time to try to fish out the Timo and waste three people's time. The mid lane siege
Blue
will be
team turret
completed.
barely holding on.
Yeah, one hit is all you need. Yep.
Yep. And
That's Misfortune takes
mid
on
lane
the
has
turret.
been opened up now.
Yeah, one thing Rodent like doing is getting that early mid tier 1 turret push and opens up the vision area, the vision control of the surrounding areas. Which mid lane tier 1 impacts both the entry into the upper side and lower side river.
Rift Herald being summoned top side to help out the Garen a little bit. But Silas
Yep.
and Braum seem to be collapsing to make sure Garen can't get more than just Zahen and the turret.
Here, looks like they're leaving the Herald alone for now. So the Herald will just be wasted.
Yeah, but Braum a little out of position. He needs to flash.
Yeah, the stun will come in on Garen. Demacian Justice Ignite will take down the Brum or not, actually.
Garen survives his own justice, but isn't able to return with his.
Can't walk away with it. And Misfortune kills the Silas with an Echo finishing her off. Lich Bane Echo coming in play.
Otacon now up. Teemo able to get the split push starting in the bot side. No one seems to be moving to answer him yet. It's gonna be able to get some beautiful turret time. As well as set up any mushrooms needed for the Otacon. And gold lead for the blue team, still staying steady at roughly 1.4, 1.5k gold.
1.77-ish, 1.9, something like that. Oh well, a little less than 2,000 overall. Silas will finish the second item with Riftmaker. Big purchase on him, both health and AP and haste. And it looks like Amumu will be opting for a more defensive approach on the second item, with it looks like potentially a Randuin's Omen.
It
To
could
help
also
address
be Frozen Heart if
Frozen Heart.
which Amumu
To
does
address
like the cooldown reduction.
and
It's
the rock
quite
solid
nice.
passive. Yeah.
The gold lead that the blue team works so hard to secure now is only a 100 gold lead. Blue team getting all of the CS and all the turrets, keeping themselves in the game.
Was it a cut Timo or? Oh yeah, Timo's gonna have a hard time, and as Ed gets dove in top lane and he'll gets hit again. They're just tagging him.
Yeah, it's
That
taking
is
them a very long
unfortunate.
time to get Teemo, unfortunately. Garen has
He got
already
him.
defeated his target. He's looking to start hitting on the turret. no one on Blue's team is able to answer at the moment. They're still moving from
Yeah,
the other
because
side
they
of the
spend
map.
too much time looking at the Teemo.
Hmm. Oh, Silas has a Amumu ult though. We might see double Amumu ults going off fairly soon.
Yep. Okay,
Ult
single
only
target
hits the
ult,
Amumu though.
locks down the Amumu, the Uno reverse, taste of your medicine.
Yeah, but on opposite side, Garen takes down the top turret. Gold
Yep.
lead. Gold is exactly equal actually. 100 gold.
Yeah,
Looks
because
like
Gary
going to the
got
red
almost
side.
1,000 out of that payout.
Hmm.
The problem is with the Mumu dead, Atacon will go to the blue team, which in itself, can the value is potentially several thousand.
Well, I like how red team's answering, deciding, you know what, we'll just take your entire base while you take on that Alicon. We'll make sure you don't stay too far ahead.
Yeah. And then that into a dragon, that will give them the dragon the soul point. As we will
The
see 3 soul
Dragon
points.
stacking on the blue side.
And it is an Inferno. If we combine Inferno, the extra damage, and the takedown, Spirit Purification effect of Atacon, it can set up a pretty grim chain of events.
Yeah. Interesting to see that we've got a huge shutdown, 700 gold on Ashe, 500 gold on Silas, but the gold difference is only 200. So the red team only one shutdown away from bringing themselves back in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're gonna get the lead first. Garen's gonna finish his Mortal Reminder. Looks like that massive payout made him the first champion with 3 items, 3 full completed items, and the extra armor pin with the init shred on his judgment will make him an incredible threat against pretty much anyone on blue team.
That's right, with that 3-item core, Garen can kill most of them in one rotation, aside from maybe Zahen. Only because Zahen has a revive. Garen will probably get him on the second rotation.
Yeah, or Echo if he gets his shield in time. That's a really big shield. But I doubt it. The Silence is gonna come in first.
Unfortunately, no
So
vision on Silas.
There will be a TP coming in with Echo. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow misses.
Oh, but Silas got
That's
chased.
a lot of dashes on the Misfortune as the stun comes in from Echo.
Garen
Not enough to kill the Misfortune. Braum will be the sacrificial lamb. Yin will go down, and Silas has to disengage. Garen gets ulted, but Moon ulted, and but the hint, his plane crashes before he was able to descend to height.
And that's 2-1 for the red side. No shutdown still, but a very good team fight regardless. Seraphine having to flash out of there, unfortunately. Yeah.
Gear up the Seraphine. And as a revenge, Gangbangers take down the mid lane tier 1 of Rodent.
Yeah. We are looking at 1k gold lead for the red side, but bounties on blue side. Although the bounties aren't quite as big as before, despite not dying, it's only 150 for Silas and 200 for Ashe.
Is that a Spear of Shogun on Garen? That last time, or is it Steric's Gauge?
It could be a few different things. It could be Hullbreaker, it could be Spear of Shogun, it could be Steric's Gauge.
I doubt it's Hullbreaker.
Components.
I think Steric will be a big purchase for him.
Yeah, I think Steric right would be great. I actually would highly consider the Hullbreaker angle. No one can match him on the side right now. If he decides to just go Hullbreaker and wail on turrets, I don't know if the blue team can respond properly.
They don't really have any. They have to spend at least. They need to send 3 people if they want to kill Garen without losing anyone.
Yeah. And Echo got taken by the Stridebreaker.
Let's look at the damage. Oh my god! Oh, the ultimate, but it didn't go on cooldown, so Garen can still chase him down.
Yeah. Oh,
there's the flash. Silas engaged. I don't know if that's a wise idea. Silas will just go down.
Yeah. Oh, he does manage to barely get up.
There's the smite, and the hand is a little bit out of place. I'm not sure about this one really. As you can see, the Garen damage is very stupid. Seraphine does miss the ultimate, and Garen will be taken down. Enchanted Crystal Arrow almost hits the
Misfortune catching the Ashe in the rotation, getting the shutdown for herself.
Yep. And
And
Mumu will be going
it's
down.
messy, but it is a 2 for 2. But
That
both
was a messy
shutdowns going to
play.
the red team.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, Barry, on the Frozen Heart angle on the Amumu, which will slow down the attack speed of both Ash and Zahin.
And it looks like
Which is
next
a good
item,
purchase.
probably Abyssal Max for the Amumu. Helps
Mm-hmm.
his damage amp and keeps him a little tankier.
Yep. You're looking at the AP, the magic damage dealers on Gankbanger's side. They're not really. I mean, besides Echo, Silas is not really an assassin. He's more of a multi-rotational bruiser, which means Amumu doesn't have to stack that many magic resist to be able to
Only
withstand
because
the
Silas
Silas.
is having a pretty decent game with 2 items, almost has the zone years completed.
Mm-hmm.
But won't need much more than enough to survive the Silas burst.
Yeah. Unfortunately, doing a little bit dangerous play here. That there's a multiple wombo combo, and Seraphine gets shut down by the Braum Shield. That was a good pick and big mistake from the Rodents.
Yeah, that's 4 for 0. Garen still seeing the fight go down and going, nope. Letting them secure the Dragon Soul. And possibly the Baron, as Zahen seems to be starting that one up.
Mm-hmm. Redemption will be used on Braum to save the Zahin.
And back in he
The
goes.
rest of the team will demolish the Baron.
Garen, meanwhile, looking for the Echo, round 2.
He does not have ultimate, so we'll just die to a single spin to win.
Yeah. And shutdown to Garen. Not the one you want to be getting the shutdowns.
But hey, that's one Baron buff taken down, so at least it's still a game.
We've got the third item from Misfortune and Teemo coming in. Malignant, and it looks like Moral Reminder. Zahen, unfortunately, still sitting on 2. Likewise is Echo.
Yep.
And
but Zahin's getting the Death Dance. I think it's coming up pretty soon. Should be. He has the 2 more expensive items components already in his pocket.
And Garen looks like he's got the Sterix gauge, Tenacity plus the health shield.
And the massive amount of AD given how high of a base AD he has.
Yeah. And looks like he's getting another tunnel item, which can be one of Shojin, Hullbreaker. I know there's another
Sundered Sky.
option. Sundered Sky is the last option.
Another option. I don't know if he wants to go Sundered though.
Garen doesn't typically like going Sundered Sky. It stops him from sticking.
Shojin would be a good purchase here. But like I said, Hullbreaker for the ultimate split push experience. That's valid. Amumu here is getting caught up by Silas, as he will just solo die to Silas.
And Team on the backside, unfortunately, also getting picked off.
Yeah, that was some atrocious flanks. So, and there's an ultimate lockdown on that, and the Seraphine ultimate from Silas misses, but we still tax the rest of the team. Divide and conquer, and Braum will sacrifice his life, but that should be the game.
Yeah, Baron buff still on
even the fastest respawn time is 20 seconds on the Mumu.
Yeah, and
that should be game.
And Gankbangers moving on to the winners, the finals here.
Yep.